I've made a few changes to my setup. I'm just going to walk you through what I've done. I haven't added any new nodes or added anything new, just kind of adjusted the parameters to get something that I think works better. So both of the grids at the beginning, the source of the simulation, I have changed them a bit, so the size, they're a bit bigger, 2.6 by 2.6, both of them. Moved them away, 2.8, minus 2.8, and just the rotation I've changed to 53. And then in the point VOP, I have in the turbulent noise, okay, you can notice here what I've done. If you see this funny shape, is and then it's grayed out here, so I can't, well, the position is grayed out because it's connected here, and the frequency is gray because I don't have access at this level. And now we have access here, which is quicker access. And the way to do that, if I do the same with the offset, if you middle mouse button, click, and then promote parameter, that will do the same. Okay, and expose this parameter to this level, and there we can see the offset. Okay, something that people often like to do, just to make things more efficient. So as I said, the frequency I've changed to 25, and in the fit range I have changed the minimum to 1, the maximum to 2.5. And one last change in the DOPNet, I've changed the number of substeps to 25. So for each frame, we split each frame into 25 kind of sections. So 25 times per frame, the position of each piece will be calculated, giving us more resolution, more detail, more accuracy. Right? And we'll also need this for something that we're going to do next, which is play around with the time. Okay, so I'm going to, well, first of all, let's just do a quick, let's run a flipbook of this to see the results. We've click and hold there, by the way, to get the option. Click and hold on that. Frame 100, let's start that and see what kind of animation we've got. So my flipbook is finished, so let's take a look. So we got quite a bit more velocity now, more energy, but still with the low gravity, it has that kind of slow motion feel to it. We've got a different velocity, a different starting velocity on each bean. We've got a rotation which is different for each one, and we've got 3 different types of geometry randomly placed there, which all adds up to give a more natural, organic feel, which looks good. But there's more that we can do to make it look even better. So I'm going to put down a time shift here. Okay, and if I click on the label of the parameter here, you can see it has $F, and $F will equate to the current frame. So if I go to frame 23, click here, we've got 23. Okay, so you can use that for certain types of animation, but here I don't want that. So I'm going to right click, delete. So now it's not evaluating anything, it's just 23 all the time. So if I move the playhead here, nothing changes. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to use this to animate. What we can do is animate this value. So if we go to frame 1, press number 1 there, and if we alt click, we'll create a keyframe. You can see it's green there, green here, green here. That means we have a keyframe. Control click to delete it, alt click to create. What you can also do is, if you middle mouse button click on the keyframe here, you can move it around. Go, put it back to frame 1. And then I'm going to let's go back, oops, to the .NET. I made a mistake there. I've lost the simulation cache. I'm just going to let that cache out again. Okay. So I've got this cache now here. So I'm going to come to a point where the coffee beans just begin to collide around there. Say frame 36. I'm going to put another keyframe. I'm going to type 36, alt and click. So there we should have an interpolation between 1 and 36. At the moment, if we go into the animation editor, we can view the animation curve. Press H on your keyboard to center this. We can see we've got this S curve applied. We don't want that. So I'm going to select the first keyframe, change it to linear, press enter. So we've got a nice straight line. Let's go back to the scene view, and I'm going to go to the last frame. Go to the time shift there. You can see it interpolates between 1 and 36 and then stops. And then I'm going to go to frame 100. We'll say that's the end of our sim. I'm going to change this to, let's try 50. So between here, between 36 and 100, it's going to interpolate between frame 36 and frame 50. Okay, so effectively slowing it down. And as you notice, it's kind of stepping along there. It's not very smooth. So checkbox integer frames. So integer will snap it to an integer value, and if we want to use these float values, untick this, and then we'll get a nice smooth interpolation between each frame. It kind of slows down towards the end. Maybe let's play around with this curve a bit. So we've already got a bit of a curve there. Maybe we can make it a bit less aggressive. I might make that a bit faster, maybe to frame 60 like that. Let's see how that looks. Let's run another flipbook with that. Kind of center it, maybe like that. So you can see it's pretty cool. I think I'll make it a bit more aggressive. And also just at the end it kind of freezes in a weird way. I want to get rid of that, kind of straighten out the animation for the last few frames. So I'm going to go back to the animation editor and zoom in here and get a nice straight line there. And I think I'll make this a bit more aggressive, drop that to 50. Straighten that out again. I'm scrolling on my middle mouse wheel to zoom in. And then grab this handle. Something like that. Okay. See, we're in the right position. Let's try that. Okay, that's much closer to what I was looking for. Yeah, nice. Doesn't slow down at the end. Got some nice collisions. Nice and smooth. Okay, close that.